So a question coming in, and I know we've covered a lot, but our attending wanting a little bit more clarity here. For the new rules expanding self-corrections, they're asking, what if I had an error that occurred before Secure 2.0 was enacted? Let's just say it happened in 2021, maybe earlier in 2022. They're wondering, can I use the new self-correction procedures to correct this error for 2023?
That's a great question and something I meant to cover and did not. So in the IRS notice that came out in May, they confirmed that if you have an error that happened before the enactment of Secure 2.0, you can correct it according to Secure 2.0 correction procedures. So for example, the example I gave of the plan document that did not check the box for participating employers, that error occurred, that document was signed 2 years ago, but it was eligible for self-correction because the correction was done after Secure 2.0 was passed. And the IRS made that expressly clear in the notice.
Excellent. Okay, another question coming in here regarding respect to catch-up contributions. The attendee wanting to know, with respect to catch-up contributions being required to be designated as Roth for participants whose income exceeds $145,000, is this the same dollar threshold for determining highly compensated employees? And if it isn't, why not?
Yeah, that goes back to the issue with congressional sausage making. It would have been nice if it had been the same number, but it isn't. It's going to be determined by wages as defined for purposes of FICA, and that's just simply the number that we're going to have to deal with. There's a related issue with catch-up contributions. So I've talked to many people who have said, this $145,000 threshold, that just sounds like a bunch of more hassle than it's worth. Can we just require that all catch-up contributions be designated as Roth, whether you make more than 145 or less than 145,000 each year? And the answer to that is no. The way the statute is drafted currently, that employee deferrals can be designated, pre-tax deferrals can be designated as Roth. The catch-up contribution is an extension of the contribution amount that you can do that for. So if you don't have a provision that doesn't allow for pre-tax deferrals, then you can't have catch-up contributions. So you cannot simply say all catch-up are going to be Roth. If you're going, you can say we're not going to allow catch-up, and that gets you out of the problem of dealing with 145,000. Of course, it doesn't get you out of the problem of what your participants are going to say about not being able to make catch-up contributions in your 401k plan. But you cannot simply say that everybody who makes catch-up has to designate it as Roth. That's been looked at quite extensively, and I don't expect there to be a change to that, but at least right now, that's not going to be an option.